Hello, beautiful people. Today, I wanted to do a little bit of, I don't know if I'd call this oracle. It's called an oracle. It's true intention cards. It has like one or two words on it, and it just gives you the theme of what's going on. And then we go into tarot right afterwards. So let's do it. Let's do it. You guys having a beautiful day today? The energy feels heavy. Feels heavy today. Probably for many different reasons for many different people. But let's go into it. Let's see. All right. So we're going to do a quick little shuffle. These true intention cards are really cool. I like to keep them in my car as I'm driving. I don't do the oracle reading as I'm driving, but distraction and love. That is absolutely what that's absolutely what I've been feeling today. Distraction. Yet ironically also very focused on decluttering and very focused on organizing and downsizing. That's for me. And love pops through too. So the card distraction. I will interfere with your goals and waste your time and energy. Great. So I don't know if somebody's trying to send some negative toxic energy your way. I'm also hearing the word black magic, black magic. I don't, if you choose to believe in that, or if you choose to subscribe to that being a thing or real, but I do believe people can send their intentions towards you and you can feel that earbud confirmation. So that coming through, you might have felt a little distracted, but it could also have nothing to do with anybody sending anything your way. It could also just be the fact that you're in your head right now. There's a lot of changes happening. You're in a transformative period. And with the eclipse season upon us right now, and we're right on the cusp of summer entering into fall too. So there's that like threshold energy that we are approaching and about to go through. So there's a lot of like shifts happening. And if you're feeling that right now, your body and your mind and just everything is shifting as well. And so there's a lot of distractions. I'm like, do I focus on this? What should I be doing with that? This is coming up. How do I handle this thing? How do I push this thing away or deal with it, you know, respectfully or whatever? And then why did I put the love card back? I shuffled it back. It said love. I didn't even have time to read it. I can't believe I shuffled it back. Do I want to go through that and find love again? Do I want to find love again? The perpetual question in life. I don't know. Well, I can't find love in here right now. It's not wanting to pop through. So a hint of love. Love. There you go. Splash of love for you guys. Whatever that means. Take that as you feel. This is just going to be a fun, quick little fun message. Whew. All right, let's go right into tarot to get some little bit more explanation into distraction and love. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to do a quick little shuffle with this deck. I have my Earth Woman tarot deck, but again, you can be guy, girl, or otherwise. Anything in between for this reading. This is very much just a collective reading for all people. This is popping through the Hierophant coming through. Wow. Okay, Hierophant. Why do I always hold stuff like that? Like, break my wrist. Hi, Hierophant. There we go. Hierophant coming out. What is also showing itself underneath here? Three of Cups is coming out again. Me with this wrist. Three of Cups. We have community, friendship. Okay, interesting. And I'm also getting like a weird download, and the Queen of Wands coming through too. I'm just going to stick with the wrist thing, guys. It's just apparently my signature. All right. Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, Hierophant coming through. Wow. Okay. So the Three of Cups, that download that I'm getting right now with this is actually, even though Three of Cups is about soul tribe, about community, about communication within friendship, communication within soul tribe. It doesn't even have to be soul tribe, but usually it does mean this, a soul tribe coming in. I'm feeling as it's paired with distraction here, might as well just make it more funky, right? As it's paired with the distraction card here, I am getting a confirmation that it may be an energy of a friend, maybe a past friend, somebody you've cut ties with, could be a current friend that you have right now, but I don't feel like it's a close friend. I actually don't feel like it's soul tribe. I feel like it's not soul tribe. I feel like there's somebody who could be just having ill will towards you, you know, or like they are just, there's a lot of confusion or doubt they have around you or your goals that you've shared with them, and they're sending that energy your way, not necessarily for like they want to hurt you or whatever, but it's kind of like when you share a plan. Like, let's say you're starting a business, or you're, you know, gonna change your entire closet, your entire outfits and what you do. You're like, I'm going to change my hair. I'm going to change how I look. And you share that with somebody, and somebody comes back with their opinion, or like, I don't think that would look good on you. Or I don't really think you'd be good at that business. And they share that. It's like that type of energy. So it's not like they're trying to like backstab you, and it's not that energy. It's just very much an energy of distraction. Like they're sending their doubts, their fears, their projections of what they think you can and can't do, or what would look good on you or what wouldn't, and to whatever level that applies to for you. But yeah, with those two cards being paired together, I do feel like it is a friendship. It's somebody that either you are no longer in connection with, but it more strongly feels like it is somebody that you're in some sort of connection with. You've talked to in some frame of reference in the past month or two, and you've shared something with them, and they're sending and projecting their doubts onto you. They might be talking about you right in this moment, and that's the energy I'm sensing. They're talking about you to somebody else, to a family member of theirs or another friend, and they're like, oh, well, that person just, no, they're crazy. They think they can do this. That's so insane, or whatever. And you're feeling into that. I'm feeling into that right now. So thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. The Hierophant coming in, you're being called to just follow your path. Follow what feels right for you. Follow what feels... We got this in the last message too, if you guys saw my last video. So I love when cards pop up in themes and they stay similar for a couple readings, because that's just more confirmation of the energy that we're in. So with the Hierophant, it's just very much tried and true. Like, stick with what you know, with what works best for you. Forget what the naysayers say, whatever people are projecting upon you, whatever people are thinking you can or cannot do, or whatever. They're entitled to their wrong opinions. They're entitled to any opinion they want to have, right? But it's not your baggage to carry, and it's not your energy, and you're protected. You're divinely protected, and the energy and the force field that you're in right now with this deep knowing of what feels right for you, even in the chaos, even with all these shifts, is like, that's your protection too, on top of, you know, whoever you subscribe to. But like, there's an idea of God, source, universe, angels, your ancestors. Like, you are being divinely protected right now. So whatever energies you're feeling being projected at you isn't gonna penetrate anything. It's a distraction. It's like a tiny little gnat flying around, like, okay, but it's not a sting. It's not a bite. Nothing's actually going to happen to you. It's just what it is. People like to talk, right? And especially when you're like leveling up, or your light is shining brighter, or you're sharing new opportunities or ideas, people, they don't know what to think about that. They could be jealous, but again, it doesn't feel like it's a jealousy vibe. Earbud. I'm going to say earbud confirmation to it doesn't feel like it's a jealousy vibe. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a jealousy vibe. It feels more like someone's just doubting. They just have fear or doubt around something that you're doing, that you've shared. Maybe you shared it too early. Maybe you shared it with the wrong person. That's not a shame or blame on you. That's just, hey, sometimes you get excited and we share things, right? Like, oh, yay, I'm going to start my business. Yay, be happy with me. And you expect that your friends and family are going to support you. And then they're sitting here like, are you sure? I don't know about that. You think that's the right time? Well, are you sure after everything you've been through that you think you're ready for that? Blah, 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 blah. Basically like that. Yeah. The Queen of Wands. You're like sitting so pretty right now. Like, you're sitting in this place, this, like, again, Hierophant, like following what feels right for you. Just continue to keep doing that. But the Queen of Wands is like, and I know what my creativity level is, and I know what my purpose is. I know what my power is. I know what I deserve. And I know how to get that for myself and not need validation from my friends and family and from other people in the community in my inner circle. As much as I can love them, and sometimes I like their advice and support, doesn't mean I need it. And that's you sitting in as the Queen of Wands. Like, you know what you're capable of, and you know what feels aligned with you, whether that's starting a business, cutting all your hair off, changing how you look, getting that tattoo, whatever it is, moving to another state that you've never been. People are like, what are you doing? You know, you've never been there. You have no friends there. Why would you go there? That one was coming through for some reason. So maybe one of you guys is, or some of you guys, is planning to leave the state you're currently living in, or country, maybe. Let's get a little bit more confirmation on that. Thank you for those. Let's get one more card if we can. One more card to finish off this reading. Oop. 2 cards want to pop out. 8 of Cups and 2 of Swords. Oof. What? All right. Oh, this card popping out too. The High Priestess literally just fell out too as well. Let's just keep the theme with the broken wrist, right? Okay. The High Priestess, 2 of Swords, 8 of Cups. All right. 8 of Cups is like you you're feeling like there's something more. As much as you're chasing after the things that feel aligned with you, you feel like there's something missing. There's something more. And this is where I'm getting this energy from too. I love this cup, this specific illustration, because you see her right here. So there's like 8 cups, but it looks like it's stacked up as if something's missing. There's nothing missing. All 8 are here. But like it's stacked up as if something's missing, and she's going off to go look for that thing. It's like you have everything within you and around you. You have all the resources, but you may not be sure of that. You might still be like, okay, well, what else am I needing? Or maybe you are letting a little bit of that distraction energy, that projection energy of others projecting onto you, their doubts and fears. Maybe you're like, maybe I am missing something. Maybe I do need more education to start this business. Maybe I do need to lose a little more weight before I cut my hair all the way off. Maybe I do need to whatever, blah, 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 blah. Again, all the like, you might be feeling that a little bit. Maybe. It doesn't feel that heavy of an energy, but it's possible. It's possible that that's what that could be. With the High Priestess ending this, though, I'll go back into the Two of Swords. But the High Priestess is very much about like this inner knowing and this outer knowing. Very, very high intuition, very deep intuition, knows what the fluff is going on and is not fooled by anything. So you might be feeling this energy of doubt or fear, whether it's your own or projection of somebody else, projecting their thoughts onto you. You know what's right. Ultimately, you might be searching for that 8th cup, and it's literally there. It's just stacked differently. It just looks different because you're in a different timeline. You're doing things differently now, so it's gonna look a little different. But you have all 8 cups here, and you know that really nothing is missing, and all you need is yourself, and all you really need. Not that you need to be isolated and push everybody away, right? But you don't need people's validation to tell you what feels right for you. You don't need people's approval for you to do what feels right for you. That's what I'm talking about with the deep intuition. So the Two of Swords here. Two of Swords, like you're feeling like you need to defend yourself. Like you need to find balance in defending yourself. Swords is air energy. Let me show you guys the illustration. She's sitting here on the beach or like on the shore, crossing her arms with 2 not daggers, but 2 swords here, holding them up. Interesting, I said daggers. And she's blindfolded. Like how are you going to protect yourself if you're blindfolded, but you're yeah, let's go into that a little bit. I like to read some of these words from other tarot decks that I'm not as familiar with. All right, so yeah, options, indecision, intuition. I love that, with the intuition coming through right after I read High Priestess. So a blindfolded woman sits on the edge of a lake. She holds 2 crossed swords in perfect balance, representing 2 choices she has. The water behind her signifies the emotion, showing the need to use both her head and her heart in this decision-making process. The presence of the crescent moon in the sky also suggests that intuition should be called upon, which is, again, so perfect that High Priestess came out right here. Like, you are in a deep knowing, and you do have great intuition, so just tap into that. Like, don't let yourself get too far into your head. Use your head, use your heart for decisions, but like, what feels right, and don't ruminate too much onto it. Don't sit here and be like, well, my best friend doesn't think this, or my family disagrees with this. Okay, they can. That doesn't mean that they don't love you. That doesn't mean you don't love them. You know, there might be boundaries need to be set. There might be other things, not necessarily for the specific reason. Like there might be areas in those relationships you want to improve on, but this is not something you need to be ruminating on. Like, you know what's right for you, and you have that inner knowing in depth, and you know what feels right for you. Ultimately, that's what that is. So you have 2 decisions. You could have more than 2, but here it's showing as 2 of Swords. You have 2 decisions. You have a balance of choices to make. Like, am I going to go this way? Am I going to go that way? Both feel like they could work, but one feels more aligned. And so go with the one that feels more aligned, even if there's doubt and fear surrounding it. Just because doubt and fear surrounding it doesn't mean you don't do it. Some people are like, well, if you're scared about it, it probably means you shouldn't do it. No, it does not. No, it does not. It could mean that it's brand new and it's something you've never done before. And your ego, and your body want to keep you safe. They want to keep you safe, what they think is safe. And that's staying in the comfort zone of doing things that you're used to doing, right? So like sometimes fear pops up and bubbles up because other people project that energy, and then we kind of, as empaths, we hold on to that and we start to feel that as our own. Like, oh my gosh, other people are scared. Maybe I should be scared. Maybe I'm not prepared enough. Or we're in our own heads where we're thinking that we're just not enough, or like we need to have more in order to do something. And both are not true. They're both valid for what you feel, they both happen. They're normal human things and feelings, but that doesn't make them true. Those are old worldviews that you have been working through that no longer align with you, that no longer are serving a purpose in your life. And so that was overthinking. That was you being in your head a lot. And I feel like as empaths and as intellectually present as you are, as witty and gifted as you are, you may have spent many years prior to this time in your head overthinking things, and that's not the place you're at anymore. You're very much an intuitive being. You're very much, whether you're a guy, girl, or otherwise, it's like you're very much in this high priestess energy where you like see through the BS, both your own BS, the ones that we create and cultivate in our own head and space, and the other BS that's happening in the world and other people projecting things onto you. Like you can see through that, and you know what's most important, and you know how to validate yourself, and you don't need other people to validate you or your feelings, or your opinions or your goals. You know how to do that for yourself. And you're doing it quite beautifully. All I'm going to say. So with that seemed a little serious, but it was kind of fun, right? A little bit fun. I thought it was fun. Anyways, thank you guys for showing up and being here with me. And I just felt really called to do that. Once again, it was just one of those days I wasn't planning on doing a reading. We're here later in the evening, and I think it's like 7:30 or 8 something my time. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, I want to do a reading. It just feels right to have a little bit of guidance right now with this threshold we're entering into, the new seasons, but just a lot of things. And you know, with it being September 11th as well, it has a lot of different meanings heavily for so many different people. I won't get into everything, but there's been a lot happening recently, and obviously, yeah, I'm not even going to bring any of that up. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening, not only just today, presently, but just this month of September and the threshold we're entering in the next 2 weeks. And wherever you're at in the world, you know, daylight savings, like the light is changing in the sky, literally, and how light it is outside, how dark it is earlier on, and all of that. So there's a lot of changes happening. So you might be feeling like, oh my gosh, there's so many changes happening, and you're feeling like I need to be changing too. Or maybe you don't need to be changing. Maybe that's the eighth, I was going to say the eighth cup in this way. It's the eighth cup. The eighth cup that you're the proverbial eighth cup that you're looking for, that's there already. It's within you. It's already there. You don't need to search for it. But things are changing, and you know, whatever feels right, whether you're in a time of integration and into introspection and just like resting your body and your mind and letting all of the downloads that's been coming through in summer as a very powerful energy this summer, especially in 2025, with it being a 9-year of closures. We're getting to a closure point. So we're really like closing things. Like, I know I keep saying closure, but that's what it is. It's like we're ending cycles. We're at a closure of something, a completion, almost at a completion. And with this being the 9th month in the 9-year, it's very, very heavy energy of transformation, a very heavy energy of introspection, a very heavy energy of changes and walking through thresholds and new timelines. And it makes sense why you'd be like, yeah, I feel like I know what I need, but then at the same time, I'm also second guessing things. But like, don't second guess yourself. Don't shame yourself for second guessing either, right? We look at ourselves with love. We look at our emotions with love and acceptance, but we don't let them direct and navigate us just simply because we have fear, or just simply because we're so gung-ho about something. Like, we use our heart and our head in combination of our intuition, what feels right. Did anyone else just see that big flash of light? Was that only me? I think that might have just been me. There was a flash of light somewhere that just happened when I said that. Anyways, with that being said, I love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day or night or whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye!